flooding, but flood came with the crocodiles. So crocodiles attacked the farmers when they farming the lands. So what they did, they worship the Sobek. God Sobek is the crocodile. Yeah? So you will not do a whole temple for an eagle. So what they did actually, they make one side for the crocodile and the other for Horus.
Nosotros ahora estamos casi 60 kilómetros hacia el norte de la ciudad de Asuán.
Sobek is a crocodile blood, represents a crocodile face with the body of a man and the Horus. So they divide the temple between Horus and Sobek. Only temple in Egypt is have two holy of holies, beside each other. Still we are Greek Roman temple built
Significa la nueva
in Egypt, and you can see the remains of the lovely colors here, the columns here. And as you can see, this temple is over, the land. It's higher than, so these people here, the early Christians and the early Egyptians, take the stone and make building out of the stone. That's why it's not complete. It's supposed to be an open courtyard, but it's supposed to be a pile in the top. Remember in the morning in Expo, there used to be a big pile, and we enter a gate and an open courtyard. But this is not all ready. They just take it and take the stones and make houses out of it. You can see the beautiful colors of this temple. Here. Two entrances, two gates, two temples beside each other.
¿Cuántos millones? Hablamos de 500.000.
Unas rambas de piedra de adobe.
They light it at night. This is the coronation of the king. You can see the king in the middle between the 5 different huts. On the left one hand side, the wisdom and right after him, Hakon, Goddess father, and the better is the king himself. Sekhmet, which is the goddess of war in the ancient time, as a Linus, and Horus is the person which is all about all Egypt, and also Horus is the Lord, which is in this place. So the identity in Horus here, we call him the healer. So the crocodile attacks the people and Horus heals them. So we divide the side, the most important thing inside is the medical instruments, tools we find inside this temple. That's why we call it the healer. People come here and take treatments from the temple here, from the priests here. And you can see the cobra on each side, right and left. One of them upper Egypt and the other lower Egypt during the occupation of the authority. And this is still a Greek Roman temple. Oh, this is still a Greek Roman temple. So this is built on the Greek side. Exactly. You can see the pillar, it's beautiful, made by double crown. Notice the virus. Here is picture of flowers. It's really amazing. The ceiling decorated by the widget, which is the goddess of Upper and Lower Egypt, all the way to the side to protect the whole temple. This is a proper water for a crocodile. You can see how he's meaty because they feed him a lot, to away his evil, So even they give him offering in the front. See the offering?
The offering to the crocodile.
And you can see his meaty. So this side is for Sobek, the other for Horus. Everybody is waiting in the line here because something very important is the calendar of Egypt. The Egyptian calendar of Egypt is different than the Gregorian one and the Islamic one. It is according for the source of life. It's actually according for the night. 3 seasons in this calendar: flood, cultivation, and harvest. That's all. 3 seasons. You're gonna tell me The week in the ancient time, it's like 10 days, not 7 days. So it's like 30 days in the month. The only calendar that has 13 days is Egyptian calendar. So it's 12 and the last one 13, 5 days only for festival, finishing the old season and welcoming the new season of the planet, because everything is according to the line, the source of line. So we're gonna see the numbers that we saw on the other side. Remember the numbers, the 1 and the 10 and the hundreds. Well, we're gonna see it in the medical calendar, which is the only one remains in Egypt in this calendar. And it's not complete, it's just a remain of it. That's why we're sitting in the line waiting for our turn. Miss what's happening.
Wow. It's a big room.
C'est un bar. Un bar justement, une barre. Regardez, entrez la porte, comme ça, comme vous voulez. Un verre comme ça. Ça va? Donc ici, dans l'ordre du jour, la table du jour que nous avons, vous allez remarquer qu'il y en a de lettres irréversibles plus de barres. C'est la bougie. Deux lettres. Ouais, ça fait 2 lettres irréversibles plus 2 barres. Parfait. Parfait. Ça fait 22.
يا جو يا باشا يلا اخبارك كله كويس تمام والله
Ça c'est bien, ça c'est non, ça c'est le jour, le soleil, ça c'est le beau jour, jour premier, jour deuxième, c'est comme ça, ça va? Après, nous avons de la terre aussi pour 3 barres, ça fait?
Before we go, we could have
Non, parfait, 20,
imagine, we're not studying for a long time.
20,
This is the Egyptian calendar, you can see it. Film it.
30, ça veut dire
The days.
c'est fini,
This
c'est le
is
mot par
the day.
c'est un mot
And the numbers you can see it now. 22, day 23, 24,
par exemple,
6, 7, and 8. 9 is like 2 circles and 2 tens in the middle. The last day of the month is we call it back, the end. And we start a new month, which is we hear the 3rd month of the harvest season. You can see the plant already grows. Day 1, day 2. So the 3rd month of the the harvest season. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. But it's not complete, because it's supposed to be.
It's a big one.
It's quite
Et on
big
voit
one.
que chaque jour,
13
c'est
days.
marqué l'état de vie.
These hieroglyphics, in each day it's a different kind of prayer they do during the day. So every day has their own prayers.
Les deux rois que vous pouvez l'avoir, ça va?
Prayers.
Mais vous ne savez pas qu'avant de demander
The 3 seasons of the years, like I told you, it's going to be here because we're not studying for a long time. 3 seasons, 3 represented by 3 lines. Lines 1 and 2 and 3. But she is gradually getting old. You can see she's getting old, and her eyes like getting small and long hair. So the last one is the harvest. So she is just finished. So this is the 3 seasons of the year.
So it's plant, harvest, and it flood.
No, flood first,
Flood,
and
plant,
agriculture, and harvest. Yeah. The night is flooding, that grow the plants, and the end is just harvest.
une marque très importante. Et les anciens égyptiens savaient la clé unique d'Abré des étoiles sur le ciel. C'est aussi bien d'Abré le calendrier. Le calendrier, c'était quelque chose d'important. C'est pour cela que les messieurs du spectacle étaient déjà dans tous les temps d'Égypte antique.
We go, I will take something. No, it's still
Dans d'autres temps.
Malheureusement, c'était bien.
C'est quel calendrier?
Toute l'année. Toute l'année. Bazar.
C'est marrant, j'avais déjà pas le...
Oui, c'est la trouver. Voilà. Allez, 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 allez chez le papa, allez. Allez, allez,
The three seasons.
allez.
Perdona, tú, yo también estoy aquí. Cuando te toque, pasas. Si no te toca, te
Feliz Navidad.
Y año nuevo.
Ojalá.
And the last day, and the beginning.
El 9, el día 30, el día 1, la tercera luna, la sexta, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thai horses. You see the Thai horses? Even in here. Thai horses.
عندي الله من وين الطريق؟
This is the way how the lady give birth in the ancient China.
طريقة الولادة العود واحدة بقى ازاي هنرضع الولد او البنت بترضع ازاي زي كده حتى بيضرب على ظهره عشان يطلع الهواء اللي هو داخل الجسم او عشان ما تعملش ليه يبقى امساك وسلامر ومغص والقصص دي. طريقة الرضاعة ازاي ودي احنا تعلمناها لدينا.
The last and the most important part in the temple, which is the Holy of Holies. Two Holy of Holies. One here, and one for Horus.
One for who?
Sobek, the crocodile cat.
The crocodile.
And the other one for Horus. The only temple that has two exits, two Holy of Holies, is Ombo temple. And it's supposed to be a wall to all around this place and ceiling. So this all began, by the early people. They just take the stones like put the everything to the temple and build things around.
So this used to be completely enclosed.
Complete room, and then we have a doves as well. And you can see the dovetail, the same way. The dovetail. Remember
The dovetail.
this is the way of
Connecting the stone.
all the way to the top, ceiling, and supposed to be a crypt in the middle. The crypt in the middle keeps the precious stuff in the temple.
But that's the way the Greeks connected with the dovetail.
Yeah, and the Egyptian as well.
Did they? With the original?
You saw the Hatshepsut one? Remember I saw you the wood?
Oh yes, you did.
So that was Egyptian actually. It used to be a crypt here, Hold, and the priest come from the top here, all the way to the top here, it's a crypt. Why is a crypt? To keep the precious stuff, the temple in here. And it used to be all walls, so nobody knows there is a crypt, because it comes from the top.
From the top down, and then and all this was covered. Was a wall, big walls on the side.
And like a small room in the middle.
So everybody thought it was just one big wall.
Just big, yeah. But imagine that there is a little room here,
Very small.
So they kept the precious stuff in this area.
So they would have only found it when they were removing the bricks.
Exactly, yes. Also, this used to be a wall around, and this is a corridor in the middle. The walls and a corridor. All time.
Oh yeah, you can see the walls.
And this area outside is temple. Yeah.
So where did that door go to?
This is actually 7 rooms. Belongs to the house. Like I told you here, people come here to have treatment. It's like an intensive care.
Oh, like a hospital.
Hospital. 7
So
rooms at the back area.
People
They
could
come
walk
out
through
behind,
here.
Exactly. Have a treatment in there.
Have a treatment.
That's why we're gonna see the medical instruments inside behind this walls. and medical instrument. But because we arrive, it's very busy, I'm gonna show you here. And we pass by.
So the priests are over here.
Priests inside. Corridors are not allowed to come here.
They have to come here, but they
come
can
outside. You know, outside the corridors.
So, it's out there.
I'll show you the medical instrument and we can just walk by. This is what we're gonna see inside. See? The medical instrument. You can see a sponge here. The scissors, you know, to cut. Here as well. This is for the dentist. Hooks for open making surgeries. You know, cutters make open for the surgeries. The cutters.
So they had all the instruments they needed for.
You see it? Even they got the cupping. If you know the cupping vessel, you know it. They put it in the light fire and put the cupping to absorb all of the poison inside the body. We call it the cupping. They use it in an old way, you know. This is jars to keep the albium to drug the man who went to make a surgery. So here. And they measure it with the scale. You can see the scale. And the sponge to absorb any blood here, they just make it with a sponge, you know. So knife blade here, prop, you see here, props. So this is a saw. No, to use it for the surgery.
A saw.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tools.
Yeah, and imagine all of them in one place. That's why we call it here a proper hospital, you know.
Et voilà, c'est clair maintenant. C'est clair. Et voilà. Je vais vous montrer maintenant et après on va faire comme ça je vous montre. Mais ça vous la peine. Voilà. Nous avons ici les deux et le fer. C'est lui qui a construit la blada en fait. Ça va, elle est là. Et vous avez trouvé le roi aussi qui est stationné en face de lui.
There's a lot of people.
Ça va? Là nous avons des dames ici. C'est une dame apparemment qui a des problèmes.
Yeah, more I can see.
Coming more.
Bueno, pues sí, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? No, estamos aquí, lo que pasa que no, porque no sé.
Bueno, vamos para todos.
Sí. Que dejar pasar hambre.
Pour les femmes à passer l'hiver, elle le fait même en chaud.
Vamos en plan de guerra a Asia, Bolivia o Sudán. Cuarta catarata. Un soldado muerto. ¿Qué pasó? Are you okay?
Yeah, I still look proud.
Is this the only way out? From the other side.
Be closer to the medical anesthesia.
So you can go all the way through and around.
The other side.
بس للاسف مش موجود فهنا الملك عم نحطه بالثالث عم نحط مين؟ كان
This is the
ماهر
medical instruments, you see it?
عشان كده الرومان واليونانيين حطوا عليه ايه؟
The sink.
الطبيب او طبيب العلاج. بص نلاقي قدامه هنا في حاجه اسمها ادوات الجراحه. ادوات ايه؟ الجراحه. هنلاقي القدماء المصريين والرومان كانوا اول ناس عرفوا عن ادوات الجراحه اللي في منها بنستخدمها حاليا في بعض العمليات. بالاضافه في حاجه مشهوره خالص لو بصينا هنا هاي الشمات. بالظبط. تمام. وهنا بصينا هنا برضه هنلاقي العين اللي هي عين حورس بتمثل رمز الحمايه. دور يا اخوانا
خطك ايدك
فوت يا عمي فوت
والله صاير
The salt in the top, and after that, the sink after washing up.
And we're
Because he's the carving here is very,
الجوز ست.
eggplant, and eggs, the bread. You see how deep it is the carving here? Very deep carving actually. It's supposed to be Morris and his wife
Horace and his wife Papa.
They got this motherhood in the Asian side. And the jars of the perfumes and the essential oils. You see the papyrus and the lotus flowers. What's your step?
Ido a Cataluña, encontró con no sé qué, y después me fue a Andalucía, me fue a
Outro detalhe que temos aqui, cadê o filme?
This is a girl that she's smart. A lady with a bell on her head, and underneath her is the temple itself. She divided the temple between Horus on one side and Osiris on the other side by micro avatar. So she is a justice. So one side is for Sobek, while the other for Horus. And this is a list of the gods. And Consul got
اللي هو بيبقى لابس التايجر على جلده.
There is no carving. This is all restoration.
All restoration, but they couldn't find any stones.
Because they're taken by the
locals.
Locals and built houses. Like you said, noticed this morning, the rocks and the blocks are smaller. So you just can raise it easy.
Yeah, it's
not like the big one in Karnak and Luxor.
Yeah, where they're
huge blocks.
Huge blocks that you can.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, but this was built by the Greeks.
Built by the Greek time, in the Greek time, but by the Egyptian workers and architects.
Yeah, the Egyptian art, but the Greeks designed it. For the Greeks. Financed.
The emperor sometimes don't come here as well, by the way.
And apparently had influence on how big their stones will be.
Exactly. See,
because Egyptians, they
make it blocks big ones. Huge.
Put the big stone there.
Tons of.
Put the 20-ton stone there. What do you mean a 50-ton? No, we want 20 tons.
Heavy, man.
Make it big and heavy.
Bulky.
I want 2,000 men to lift it, yes. Not 5, 2,000. Come on.
Workers.
Not 10.
This is the enemies of the king.
You remember the sign? The sign of unification of two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt. And here all of these scenes of the enemy.
She is the lioness, she told the goddess Sekhmet. She eating the enemies of the king. You see?
Eating the crocodile.
No, the enemies, the enemies fighting from behind.
Tied from
behind.
Oh, now I can see.
Just eating the enemies, you know. So it's, she's the goddess Sekhmet, goddess of war in ancient time. By the way, discovered that the lion, when he go hunting, he succeeded in one, fall in four. But the lioness go, succeed in four, and 4 in 1. So she's more stronger than the lion. This is in general. So they do that, and then they have the her as a goddess of football in ancient times.
Pues me da rabia esto,
Segments.
I think this is the crowdest one we've been to yet.
Very, very crowded. People come from Aswan and from Naxos. Even the boats come from the other way around.
We're all meeting
together
at
here,
the.
you know. That's why it's this crowded.
It's very crowded.
Very crowded, but we made it now. We have a very important thing to see now. It's like 9 meters, which is a trophy about it. 9 meters, the bigger one in Egypt. Show you something funny. There's 2 foot's.
What is it?
2 foot's. One right here.
Oh, the bird.
Carve his foot.
Like a bird?
You see the fingers?
Oh, yeah.
It's a man foot.
It's a what? Oh!
Why? They do this? Actually, while you are waiting for the doctor, just, you know, enjoy yourself. For carving, and there's another one carved, you see?
Oh, it's a wild.
And there was some games at the same time. Let me show you how.
So there was a line right here, just like there is.
They're waiting in the corner here for their turn all the way. So they have to play in the ground.
So they had long enough to carve their feet in the stone. Oh wow!
So here as well, playing games, and another one here, games as well. This is ancient, by the way. So they're waiting in the corner. The doctor checking the people.
Yeah.
Takes so much time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so they're waiting and waiting.
You know.
So they start
playing,
chiseling.
Playing games, making fots, you know.
So even the kids were chiseling.
Yeah.
Wow.
See the little fots is quite small.
Yeah, they look
for a little kid, you know.
Yeah, for
not as big, you know. For adults. I do.
Wow.
This is a normal life. You can see now normal life. How they very simple life, primitive life. This is the biggest kilometer in the area here. Kilometer is for measures the flood. High flood, high taxes. Low flood, low taxes.
So.
Nothing.
Sí.
Para medir,
Oh, wow.
yo no sé si sería esa recta de ahí,
This is a tunnel.
pero ahí tenían una escala. Entonces, dependiendo de lo que subía el agua,
So the priest come here and measure the life.
So
You look at the same in the middle. The same. You see the same? At this hole in the middle. You see?
the hole in the middle, yes.
This comes from the Nile. A tube from the Nile.
So this was filled with water.
Exactly.
So this was his
this is
a well. It was a well,
Kind of a well.
kind of a well.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time measure the Nile. So if it depends about how they use. If it's very high, they just use this steps. If it's low, they just go to the tunnel and they collect, measure it from down, you know, the bottom.
Ah.
All the way to the bottom. But after built the high dam, the flood is no more coming, so the tube is not filled anymore.
So they always measured the flood.
It's a flood.
So when the water,
It means okay, more cultivation. Low flood is less cultivation.
so that's how they came up with the calendar.
Exactly.
They were able to measure the
They
flood.
measure flood, exactly. And measure the taxes as well. High taxes or low taxes. It's according for how many, how is the water, higher or lower.
So when the water started going down again, then they would say, okay, it's time to start planting.
Exactly.
And then okay, now it's starting time to harvest. Okay, and then they mark the date. Okay, it's been 30 days. It's been 9 months.
It was also with the moon stuff and stuff. You know, they use the stars and everything for the that reason as well.
Of course. Yeah. But that would be one way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a big, huge. So they can measure it and get their fresh water.
Exactly. They are clever. But there is a very important thing to see as well. There is a little well here as well. Another one.
Another well?
Yeah, the one. And this is connected with the tube. Another one connected with the tube here.
So this is for the rainwater.
Yeah, they just pour the water from here, and if you come with me, we go here and we have to move all the way. The tube supposed to be comes all the way to this place. So they pour the water there, and they come all the way to here. The first filter in the whole world. They put sand to clean up, and they put piece
The filter.
the filter system. And they put linen here. You see, there is a hole here. You see the hole?
Yes.
Here. So they put a linen to clarify the water. You know.
So they put
Make
linen and sand.
and sand. So it comes to this sink, very clean, and they're gonna put this crocodile blood in here.
Oh, so they don't drink from it.
No, he's just enjoying himself until he grow up, you know, and after he dies, they just mummify him. You know? So that's why we're gonna see mummified crocodile in the museum.
So they do all the filtering process, but they don't drink the water.
No, they just put the crocodile.
Just the crocodile to bathe.
Remember, he's a god. But you see the filter system and everything, it's really amazing, you know. And the way they come from here all the way to here.
So they had they had the measurement of the Nile.
Measurement.
Which has a tube coming from the Nile.
From the underneath all the way to the Nile.
All the way to, so when the Nile would flood all the way to here.
To come here.
That's as high as it would go?
Yes, just exactly. They use the stairs.
Because this is sitting higher than the land, or higher than...
Higher. You know, this could be the very high flood. You know, very high flood to be. And you can imagine the level of this temple is higher than the ground. Higher than, you see? You can see the Nile and boats are down.
Yes.
Bottom. And
so if the water was filling up and it started filling up here.
Just they came from here, you know how high it come.
So if it was here, they could measure.
Just measure it,
yeah.
You know.
And then they would
measure it from here. It's easy. If it's not, they just use this tunnel all the way, stairs all the way, on the bottom here.
Oh.
To the room outside, downstairs. This is the tunnel which I told you about.
Yeah.
Connected to
I
the
thought
room.
it came from inside the temple.
No, it came from here.
It came from here.
All the way, to come underneath, all the way to the room outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of digging.
A lot of digging underneath. Clever.
That is clever.
Clever. So this is the Nile Weeder, which is really amazing, you know. You see the crypt, but they close it actually for safety reasons. But this is the crypt.
Oh wow.
All lead you to the stairs, under stairs, until
you come out to the to measure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very clever, and the filter system is very clever.
Yeah, it is. It is very clever.
Yeah. Let's take a picture for the medical instruments here also.
The unique scene of the surgical instruments.
It's the only one here. This used to be the roof, but it's already destroyed. It used to be on the top here, the roof.
Now that's a big stone.
big, huge store.
That's
Big
that's
store. This is Egyptian.
yeah, that would be Egyptian, not Greek.
Well, this is Greek.
Yeah, because that.
They use a big stone, you know, for supposed to be on the top. You see, like this one.
Yeah, so it lines up
No.
over on these pillars, but the pillar's gone.
Yeah, the villain is gone already, you know. So they just put it aside here.
Yeah, it's a big. Oh,
Big block store.
that's Egyptian.
Yeah.
That's 20 tons. Put it there.
And
So
now we are in the corridor, remember? The corridor from outside. Outside the temple. And then again, plane here. You can see the plane. You see?
Oh wow.
Here and there. This is a big one. Like a chess. This one, the normal Egyptian one. Graffitis. Very tiny stuff, you know.
It's like telling the kids,
Yes.
go out and play. Here's a chisel. Here's a hammer. Go ahead. Go play. Go have fun.
Practicing, you know, to be an artist later on, you know. Tell me, there is a nice angle if you want to take a picture here in the front of the temple.
Ah, yes, I do.
And behind the temple own really amazing angle.
That's a very cool.
Yeah, it has the whole temple behind you.
That's very
Nice
good.
angle, you know. But not nice. We have experience to visit the temple at night.
And this is Komobo?
Ombo. Ombo.
It
Exactly.
comes- Take the picture and it comes up with it.
With the GPS.
Pretty cool.
It's a cool picture, huh? See how many boats are here? Jamie, take a look. It's chaos.
It's what?
Chaos.
Oh wow. Look at all the boats. Hold on. Look at all the boats.
50, 60 boats, you know, around the area. Not less than 50, 60. All roll have like 5 or 6. Each roll 5, 6 boats.
That's a lot of boats.
And some of them are already sailing. Some are already coming as well.
Wow.
Looks like,
And everybody's crammed into the temple.
yeah, oh my God, yeah. It's very high season.
A lot of ships. Yeah. High season. I think this is everybody coming out of COVID. Run! Get to the ships! Fast! Fast! They've released us! Get on the planes quick before they change their minds. Everybody to the ship.
The ship. Jump ship. Oh my God. From 10 days ago, they used to be excavating, by the way, here.
Oh, they're still excavating.
All the way, all this is heavy. There's cover some stuff, you know, like jars, you know, pottery jars.
Wow. So what happens if they come over here and they find something underneath this building?
And they will be just big walls around it and start digging.
They'll just take out the building
Oh,
immediately. I'd feel kind of bad for the restaurant, for the owner. Here, you gotta move over here. All your stuff is over here. This is your new area.
but this is,
Hopefully not, hopefully.
maybe find something precious.
Yeah, maybe.
This is like I told you before, the Americans actually done a very good job saving the groundwater damage. See? And this is what I saw in the morning in the 8th temple. See? But they make tubes underneath the temple all and put the water underneath back to the Nile again. You see? This all comes from under the temple.
I saw one of these.
This is it.
I was in my cabin and I was looking out the window.
Yeah.
And there was something like this, and there was a whole lot of water
This is underwater. Damage.
going into the Nile.
They've done a very good job actually, you know, the Americans making tube underneath, and really it's very good. So, keep the temple in a good condition.
Oh, to keep it from flooding, or?
For flooding and to destroy from the sand, from the water. Because it's sandstone, remember.
Ah, yes.
Sandstone is a quite soft one. Sand.
Yes.
Still. Could be managed by the days, water and water. Carving could be carved. This is the crocodile carved museum. You're gonna see crocodiles almost like 5 meters long. You're gonna see small ones. You're gonna see eggs. Crocodile eggs. All mummified, by the way. The guys are not allowed to just go and have a look. And I'll meet you here with my bag. Go, enjoy.
No camera.